Hi there, Aquarius, and welcome to your modern shaman, Maria and RainbowLand, here with the weekly forecast from the 8th till the 15th of October 2018. This week we are going to go with the heartful forecast for you guys only for the first 5 to 7 minutes, so that if you only want the straight details fast, that's the part you want to watch. If you want to go deeper into the astrology and the collective report, which applies to every one of us, you follow the next section as well, which is, and watch the next section as well, which is the collective report for this week. First, I'm going to announce the winner, which is Carla Josephine. She won the consultation with me, a mini reading for half an hour, a personal reading through WhatsApp, Skype, or Messenger. Congratulations. And if you want to win it, you also have to share. Use the share button or just share it on Facebook, Pinterest, Google, Twitter, wherever you want to share it. And you write in the comment section where you shared it, and I'll see if I pick you for next week, the lottery. Yeah, so this week what we are dealing with is new moon in your 9th house, and there's also the sun there, of course, and then Mercury, who's moving out of there and into your 10th house of Scorpio on Wednesday. So all of these things going on here is a sign of you wanting to liberate yourself, you wanting to be more free and open-spirited, be able to travel perhaps, either through opening your mind through knowledge, through books, through learning, higher learnings, or through actually going new places, seeing new people, expanding your world, your life. But the new moon here is going to be in square with Pluto up there in your 12th house. So there's something inside of you that you need to let go of, a deep transformation on a deep psychological level that perhaps is conflicting with these desires because you haven't been letting go of this yet. So there will be some kind of tension inside of you between some psychological thing that is still bothering you, but you need to let go of. Before you can liberate yourself and go towards these things. Mercury is moving into your 10th house of career, ambitions, and destiny, goal in life, your face in the world, the legacy you want to leave behind on Wednesday. And here, at the end of the week, well, on Wednesday he will go there, you will start to think about these things in your life, and then he will be in a very good aspect at the end of this week with Saturn up there. Saturn, who is in your 12th house as well. So these things that were bothering you at the beginning of the week may have some clarity and some structure, because Saturn is your second ruler. So maybe you will be able to see and understand through Mercury, I now understand and now see what I have to do to change my ways, my destiny, the things that I do in this life. I know which things I have to purge and let go of in order to achieve them. There will be a help there from Mercury, a mental clarity, or even communication with someone. Then we also, in your 10th house of career, the formerly mentioned things, we have Venus retrograding, as you know. We also have Jupiter there, so a lot going on there, right, concerning your career. Mercury in retrograde here is one thing, which means that you're really looking over, thinking about your career and these things. But Mercury in retrograde in square with Mars, the boyfriend of Venus, this couple is not agreeing. They're disagreeing about something, and Mars is in your sign, so it's something to do with your ego, you wanting something which is conflicting with your destiny and what it is that you came here to do in the world. So you need to find a harmonious way, and it's going to be shown through a person. Someone is going to say something to you, maybe at your work, in your professional life. Someone's going to confront you, maybe in a very harsh way, where you need, either it's you that feels like you also want to say something in a harsh way. But here, the better thing is, the better choice is definitely to follow the road of Venus, who's saying things in a harmonious way and communicating in a harmonious way with other people, in a balanced way, to try to seek the balance and try to see instead what it is that life wants to show you that you can change. Because we cannot change others anyway, we only can change ourselves, and then others will follow afterwards. So otherwise, this week we also have, I just want to mention one thing with Mars. Mars is in your sign, so he's very significant. He's still giving you the oomph to do stuff, but he's out of his retrograde. This means that you are able to see new sides of yourself, find out new stuff about your identity where you where you didn't know you had this confidence, and now you can move forward in new ways. And he's also out of a square with your planet Uranus. So Uranus in your 4th house of personal life, emotions, inner child, your home, your foundation, now is capable of, without conflicting with your ego, try through the Uranus retrograde to understand what it is that you have to do in a way where you don't feel as much pressure, because other things are moving forward, so you don't feel as emotionally pressured. Then we have Neptune in Pisces, in your 2nd house of your finances, your values, maybe self-worth, and even in a King Kong's with the things going on in Libra in your 9th house. So there's a kind of a conflict between this liberation of yours and your resources. Could it be that you don't have an overview of your money or your financial situation enough to take that travel? Or is there something there, you know, financially or resource-wise? Do you have enough energy to go on that travel? Or do you have enough energy to have that extra study of yours, or what it is that you have to do? You have to use your intuition, of course, because I don't have time to mention all the possibilities here because there are many. But if you get a sense of in which direction I am, you can use your intuition to ask your higher self for the answers. We know you're the genius sign, so you should be able to access these answers quite easily compared to certain other signs. I didn't mean to say anything bad about any sign, but let's take the card of the week for the Aquarius. Card of the week, the Aquarius. For the Aquarius, the card of the week is... Yes, this is definitely Uranus out of his square with Mars, finding new territory in your foundation, in your feelings, in your emotional life. You're finding peace with something. You're leaving, you're taking your loved ones, your family, to a new place, because you know you found out that this place that you used to call home is not the right place for you to be. You're finding more emotional, more nice, both emotionally, the water, and mentally, a more nice location to be and to have your inner child nurtured the right way with the right people. Yeah, remember that our thoughts are so much stronger than we believe, than we think. So focus upon what you want, not what you don't want. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. See you next week. And now the collective report. Thanks for watching. Remember to share, like, and subscribe if you like this. See you. Hi there again, and welcome to the collective report. And this week I am again around in my garden, and another very special magical place that you have seen before. And we are having all the elements of this earth really on, and I hope you think it's beautiful like I do. I just love and different kind of animals that I met this week, some very special ones as well. So yeah, this will be in the background of when I'm talking about the collective report. So there's something I want to say before we go into the planets, and that is that when we have the consensus reality on this earth, I've said it before, but then we are talking about a tipping point of our collective consciousness, when we are ready collectively to alter to a new level. As we entered the age of Aquarius in 2012, but maybe it got more into effect as we reached 16 and 17. But this is a longer story, because of course this is also a long process, but it is our consciousness altering. We need to no longer be outside of our hearts, because the world is actually moving towards an intuitive world where we are having our hearts completely open. We are sharing love. We are much wiser than now, where we destroy ourselves from the inside out. And Pluto and Saturn up there in Capricorn, especially Pluto since 7, has been restructuring, trying to tear down, because Pluto is the planet of destruction. Pluto just has no mercy. And I hang around a place right now that is so dear to me, where the structures are also changing a lot. And you see how the people that comes, actually one of the the primary people who are helping destroying the old patterns of this actual place, because it's not only in society where we see the rotten things and want to change it, it's also in our home, family life, it's in our organizations, it's everywhere around us. If we look at it, that we have the people who help destroy the old structures and the ones who resist it. This is this battle of Pluto, because where this place that I'm talking about, I can see that actually it's a Scorpio who is the best at starting the destruction of the old, so that we can open up towards the new. And then the more conservative and also a little bit older people, they go against it. They have resistance. And this is what you can feel both within you and around you. People around you or within yourself. So this is the thing that are going on right now, because the structures are changing in society. People are against it in many plans, and also the internet, you can see it here. People are against the internet, and the internet is opening up more and more. So there's also side effects, and that is what causes the fear. Pluto is the planet of fear as well. So this is an underlying theme in all reports. This, that we are changing from within just as society, because as you know, microcosmos reflects macrocosmos, so that so within as without, so below as above as below. So this means that, we are the world is a reflection of what's going on within us. That's why we need to change from within, then the outside world changes automatically. So we all make a difference. And there's this tipping point where a little more than 20% of the people on this planet, when we are at a reality point, a consensus reality point where around 20, 22, 25% of us all are aware of that we can live from the heart, that we can open ourselves to release the old. We do not have to live by the ego. We can live in trust of the other people, etc. When we are that many percentage, around 20 to 25, that live like this, not only think about it, but we live like this, then all the rest can follow easily, and the alteration of our average level of consciousness will alter to the new state, that stage where we all want to go, I believe, once we actually realize what it is we're talking about. The zombies will be awakened automatically when we are enough people who do it. That's why I encourage you light workers to come out and do something for this together. Let's do this. This is what I'm here for on the internet, to encourage you for this. Of course, I also talk about the smaller planes and what's going on in the daily life, but this is what I'm here for. I'm a light worker. I'm a forerunner. I don't know what you are, but I would love if you would follow me on this. So Venus for 40 days, this cycle has started, and we are on the 27th day now. We have 27 days left of this walk in the desert. So Venus is in the underworld. Before she's gonna go from being an evening star to going to becoming a morning star, and she disappears in the sky. And we are not that much in contact with our partners. So since the 6th of December, Venus has been in square to Mars. So it's six weeks, as I told you also in the report, 6 weeks of Venus square Mars since the 6th of September. And this is about what is the best path for you, and also feelings of justice and deep sexual connections as well. And actually, Mars started this conjunction with Venus in October last year, and now we are at the what do you call it, in three quarter part of this transit, because they're squaring now. So we and it's about shared money. So we're talking about a shared life, limits, boundaries between us. Where are our boundaries? Can we live this life? Are we able to live with this partner, or do they cross our boundary? Or do our family cross our boundaries too much, or can we find an equilibrium? Because it's between Libra and Scorpio, so it's about boundaries and justice and balance and harmony finding where you are, where you can also let go and move towards your partner, but also know where you cannot do, where you can only do so much and cannot adjust anymore. So actually this story, it will be up in the news, I mean, now, because of the square, I mean, from the 6th of September and 6 weeks ahead, but then it will be an underlying theme still, and then it won't end until they conjunct again on the 24th of August 2019. So this is a longer process, but we are taking the grandest part of this now. And also got something to do with some parts of the May, Uranus square to Mars. It's also ending now, as I said. So there's some things that are lightening up, but the Mars-Venus deal is going on, but some certain ego parts are ending now, so we won't feel as losers anymore. So Neptune, we have Neptune in Pisces. I want to mention Neptune as well. And mention Neptune, wherever Neptune are in your chart is where we blindly have to trust and have faith in the process. And especially in Pisces, where we really have to let go of the process and trust in the universe, in God, in life, in love, in whatever surrounds us. No matter how hard it seems, we gotta trust that life, or God, or whatever you want to call it, got it. And I'm not talking religion here. Religion is I don't want to condescend anyone, because I also come from a family which were Christian with the priest, etc. But it's kind of like the kindergarten of spirituality, and after spirituality, there's other layers of freedom. But with religion, we have to look at pictures. We have to have someone to do it for us. We are not actually walking the path until we reach spirituality, where we learn to walk ourselves. And when I talk about God, I'm not talking about religious God. I'm talking about Creator, all there is, the thing that's unnameable. So back to the Venus in retrograde Mars square, where it's gonna stand still for 10 days. It's kind of like, I want to enter this new world, but does it have the depth? Does it have what I want? And right now we are releasing so much intensely because of the new world we are entering. We have to release, so we have to take this intellectual and emotional confrontation with ourselves, and ourselves as the ones who has to decide what it is that we have to do. But again, I'm talking about the Neptune, where we have to trust the process and not fear it so much and worry so much. And all this dialogue that we had with ourselves about what others think, about what we do, or what does other people think about if I say this, For many of us, this has transcended. For me, indeed, it has. And now it's all about you, but also in much more, where you have to now think about yourself and your future. Are you with the right people? Did you take the right steps last week and the weeks before them? Did you take responsibility? Saturn is still King Konging the nodes to a certain extent. Well, 6 months from now, as we talked about in the past week, Chiron is going to come back into the Aries. So a lot of purging we have to do until then. What I really want to stress is that you have to think about the now. Don't worry about the future. Be in the now. Remember that we manifest our thoughts, so keep them clear. Jupiter's out in a month, and there will be a lot of shifts here. This Venus retrograde is radical. It's not normal. It's kind of like so potent, and since it's going from evening to morning star, and we are kind of in a cleaning process now, where we are, kind of in the car wash, maximum car wash, where you're the gold edition of the car wash, those kind of car washes. So this cleaning process, where it's not good to over-focus on knowing all that's going to happen. You have to let go of control, even though Saturn wants control. And also, there's another aspect. There was a mom that asked me this in one of the private sessions. She asked about this thing about the Scorpio. I have some really clever viewers because they know a lot about astrology, some of you guys. So, yeah. She was talking about the curling children aspect. She was not using that word that we are here in Denmark. I don't know how many of you guys use it, but that is where we do everything for our kids. Curling is this sport where you prepare the road for this thing that slides on the ice. So a curling child is someone where did you remember to pack your bag? Did you remember to put this in? How is your life gonna be? Let me buy you some more. Let me make sure you're the popular kid, so I get you the right shoes and the right that is the curling phenomenon. And she just came out of a divorce, and it's so typical when you are in a divorce, because she felt guilty because she made the mistake that most divorced parents do, and maybe you're a divorced child as well and know about this from your family. Because there will be also a lot of divorces in this period. There have been, and there will be, because we are changing. So we grow apart. So it's very important also to say this in advance. If you are in a divorce, remember not to buy your children because you miss them. It's not good. That's not what they want. They just want to know you're there and you love them. You don't show love by giving stuff. And that is Scorpio. That is the aspect we have now. If we don't put the right boundaries, and don't feel guilty if you already did, or if you feel tempted, etc. Because Scorpio is also guilt. So whatever we have done wrong, it doesn't not only to our kids or to upcoming kids situations, but whatever we know now that was wrong, just be happy that you realized it was wrong. There's no need to bang yourself in the head. It's because you give the kids those values. They will think that what is valuable is the brand and a label. They will not have solid values in their life if you buy them. They will be out of their heart. It will create a closed heart if they think that the material world is what's going to give them something stable, because it's not. But also for yourself, like it's not only the kids and how we raise them, also for ourselves. Why do you want to buy that house? Why do you want to buy that car? Why do you want to buy these things? It's just a shell. It's just covering up for the wound that you have. You want love. You want to be loved. That is the case. That is the core. But Scorpio is a bipolar sign. So we're going to we're going to go through emotions that don't feel great in order to feel the ones that really feel awesome. And so it's back and forth, and we want the strong emotions, but it's better to face the fears than to try to stimulate yourself with drugs, alcohol, things that you buy, always want to have new experience. We need to work with ourselves here. It's about the underworld, and it's about self-worth. It's about capabilities to actually go and manifest what it is that we want, and not just the new car, etc. Of course, you can have a new car. I'm not saying that. Of course, it's not non-spiritual to want a nice and beautiful material life. But right now, if you are on this channel, even want to watch this, then you're someone who seek another spiritual level. So we have to work on that level before. The other things will come if it's on our schedule, and if we really believe and trust that they can come and we want to work for it. But real happiness do not come through success, fame, money, status, all these things. I know it's a cliche to say, but this world, or even likes on Instagram, likes on Facebook, all these things. So both Saturn and Pluto are now going forward. They're moving towards a place where we're going to meet in 2020 in January, to the wildest conjunction in maybe 30 years. And here they're going to make a major cleaning of the structures we've been discovering. So better be prepared. Prepare yourself. Don't escape. It doesn't matter all these superficial things. We are here to change the world. So stop buying in to all these superficial things. They are not that important, as important it is for our Earth to go in the right direction now. Saturn conjunct Pluto is a major planetary thing occurring every 34 years. So the last conjunction was in November 1982, and the next is in January 2020. And that's when the two most serious and cold planets align. And these can be hard times, but if you have found happiness within, It won't be hard for you. But please let us teach our children that it's not in the outside world. We all fall and slip, but let us teach not only our children, also the people at our jobs, also everyone around us. We can make a difference wherever we are. That's what I'm here to encourage you to do. So don't follow trends, follow your heart. And I love that you have watched so far in this. So I send you all my love if you are on this part of this report and you are a light worker, and I support you from here. You can always write me in the comment section, and I will support whatever it is that you do to show the world that an open heart is the road forward, not a huge wallet necessarily. Hugs, your modern shaman. Ciao.
There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up. Try again, one day you will break through. What you long for will find you.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.